And back at CiCi's Pizza, the meet and greet, and we're meeting here with Megan Barnes. Welcome.
Thank you.
You've got to be excited to get outside and play.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And it's also, my last year, so it's even more exciting.
Yeah, has that sunk in yet?
It hasn't really. I mean, a little bit, this is my last CiCi's meet and greet
right.
and stuff like that. I'm starting to get into, my last things I'll ever do, but as far as playing-wise, it hasn't really sunk in yet.
Going to show, and I'm kind of trying to engineer this at the same time we're talking. This is the meet and greet, and some of your teammates here talking, but also some of the high school players that are here.
Mm-hmm.
They are here to meet you guys, as the term meet and greet would imply.
Yeah.
But you tell me about some of the stories and about meeting some of the younger kids at these kind of things. Is that fun?
Yeah, it is actually really fun, and it's just kind of cool. Just how excited they are to meet us as well.
Yeah.
And you kind of just get a little glimpse of what actually being a student athlete is. You know, we're not at a big school where people actually look up to us, but for a second we kind of get to feel what it's like.
Oh yeah. And have you had any special moments at these meet and greets that really stick in your mind? Like you said, this is your fourth one, right?
It's my third.
Your third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one that sticks out is, I don't know if you know her, but Riley, she was our Cardinal for a day last year.
Tell me the story.
Okay, well, her name is Riley, and she's diagnosed, I think, with, some kind of rare disease. I think it's called MPS1. Anyway, she's already had, multiple, hip surgeries, knee surgeries, and I think she's, 9 or 10 years old. And anyway, so, I met her for the first time at last year's CiCi's meet and greet, and, she's just so inspirational. And she's also, she traveled with Mizzou last year, and that ESPN did a whole story on her and stuff.
Darn.
But yeah, she came to our CiCi's meet and greet last year, and I got to meet her, and she's a really special person.
Is she from around here?
Yeah, I think
she
is from Liberty. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and so like I said, she was our Cardinal for a day, so our bat girl.
Gotcha. Right.
For a day.
Yeah. Well, that's neat, and I'm sure you enjoyed that as well as actually getting to play when you get to meet people. Because one thing I've always said about Jewel athletes is if you come to a Jewel game, it's not like going to a Mizzou game or an NFL game or whatever. You can actually go down. You guys are warming up, and you can talk to the athletes, not to distraction, but and I think that's really cool at Jewel. I think we can do that.
Yeah.
Megan, what are you majoring in?
I'm a psychology major with an emphasis in pre-physical therapy.
I can see in your eyes you're analyzing me as we talk, right?
Yes, totally.
Are you going to graduate this spring?
I am going to graduate this spring. Mm-hmm.
Then what happens?
Well, for right now, I plan to apply for PT schools in July of this year. And so, but I wouldn't get in, if I do get into PT school, then that wouldn't start until either the summer or fall of 2017.
Okay.
So for that year off, I'm just going to, try to find some internships, physical therapy related, anything in that kind of field that I can do in my year off.
PT is tough to get into school, isn't it? It's tough to get a
Yeah, it's very competitive.
Yeah.
But I feel like, getting a degree from William Jewell, that gives me an edge.
You answered my question, because I was going to ask you, what do you go into an interview and say to somebody that makes them say, yeah, this is our candidate, Megan Barnes is the one?
Yeah, I mean...
That's it? The Jewel part?
I'm a Jewel grad. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
And
you've heard some of the stuff that's said, and I think it's accurate that Jewel graduates are second in the nation in income their first year out or something like that. The ones that don't go on to graduate school, I think, are excluded from that. But, it's tremendous, the future for graduates at Jewel.
Yeah, it really is. And, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I came to Jewel is just because, the statistics on stuff like that is just... so much better than any other schools, really. How
about the softball program? You came here to play softball a little bit, right?
Yeah.
How's the softball program been for you?
It's been great. I really do. I love the program. I love my teammates. We get along so well. The coaches, they're great, and it's just so personal.
Right.
I don't know. They're just basically like my family, I guess you could say.
Well, and I think that happens an awful lot. When you come to a new situation, you have a chance to meet new people. It's good to be a part of a group.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Dustin recruited you or Jeff recruited you, did they kind of sell that to you? Did they kind of tell you that's the way it was going to be?
Yeah, I remember. It's actually funny because I remember coming on my visit and them talking about team chemistry and how that's so important and how everyone on the team gets along. And I'm just like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, there's 20-some girls on the team. There's no way they all get along. But, I mean, it really is true for the most part. Like, we get along so well, and, yeah.
Megan Barnes is our guest here, and besides playing softball, what do you like to do with your spare time, if there is any?
If there is any spare time, oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm honestly, when I'm on the softball field, I am a hard worker, but when it's off time, it's off time. So usually Netflix.
Oh,
yeah.
What kind of movies? What genre?
Well, mainly I watch TV shows.
Okay.
So
you do the binge watching.
Yeah, I do the binge watching.
What have you watched last?
Well, I watched Parks and Recreation.
Oh,
I watched all of that. I watched that new, I don't know if you heard, Making a Murderer.
I know. I keep hearing about that.
Yeah.
I don't currently have Netflix, so I can't watch it. It's great,
so
though.
that's like the most recent thing I think I've watched. And then I'm trying to think other Scandal. Have you ever heard?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, Scandal's good, but yeah.
Well, I hope you stay extremely busy for a long part of the spring and get back to that tournament. We missed out on it last year, but I have no doubt we're going to get back there again. But before I let you go, I got to ask you about the new team facility. What was your reaction when you saw that?
That was awesome. It was so nice. I mean, Coach Combs kept telling us about it, and I was excited for it. But actually seeing it, it was better than I even imagined. So I'm really thankful for that, and I know we're all very thankful for that.
Another thing before I let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody? You're from Miami, Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, I am. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Megan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great year, and we're looking forward again to seeing how the season turns out.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. We'll be back with more here in a moment. We're at the CiCi's Pizza meet and greet for the 2016 William Jewell College softball, and we'll have more guests coming up in a moment.